everyone. Hi, welcome back. Well, today we're studying lesson 33, okay? And this is unit 11, in your dreams. When do you use in your dreams? Well, if you hear this expression, in your dreams, do you feel good or bad? Well, you should feel bad. You know why? In your dreams, what do dreams mean? Well, when it comes to dreams, it's something not quite attainable, right? Something up there, and it's impossible to attain, right? So in that case, you can say dreams, right? Dreams and goals are quite different. 우리가 목표라고 할 때 goal은요, 현실적으로 실현 가능한 걸 얘기하잖아요. 근데 when it comes to dreams, dream은요, 뜬구름 잡는 얘기, 좀 something impossible, 이런 거 얘기할 때 dreams라고 얘기를 하죠. 자, 그래서, 나 이렇게 할 거야, 라고, if you talk about your wish in the future and what you want to be in the future, if someone next to you say, in your dreams, that means it's impossible. 네, 그렇기 때문에 여러분, in your dreams라는 말을, 좀 이렇게 sarcastic하게 쓰는 경우에는 좀 기분 나빠하셔야 되는 그런 표현 중에 하나입니다. Okay, anyway, so dreams come true라는 그런 표현도 있듯이요. Okay, just think about what we can do to make these dreams, some impossible dreams, come true. Okay, so 그런 것도 한번 생각을 해보시면서 이번 과를 공부를 하도록 하죠. Okay, today's focus of grammar is mood. What does mood mean? 법이라는 거죠. 법. Okay? So, well, sometimes you think about the situation opposite of what actually happened. Right? So, 진짜 일어났었던 일의 반대 상황을 생각하고 싶잖아요. 예를 들어서, let's say that you cannot swim. Okay? You cannot swim. That's the fact of now. 지금의 현실은 you cannot swim. But you can wish, 내가 수영을 할 수 있으면 얼마나 좋을까. Okay, you wish what's quite contrary to the fact of the present, right? In that case, you can use this mood. But, there's kind of a principle that you have to remember, okay? So, let me explain a little before we go any further from here. Well, the thing is, 뭐뭐라면 얼마나 좋을까, right? I wish. And if you want to put something contrary to the present situation or the past situation, what you have to do is, okay, first, why don't we think about something that is opposite to the present situation? 지금 현재, you cannot swim. If this is the present situation, 이게 현재 상황이라고 하면, this is the truth of the present. You want to wish something opposite to that. What is the opposite of can swim? That's right. Can swim. 수영할 수 있는, be able to swim. 수영할 수 있는 것이 can의 반대말이죠. 자, 그런 경우에는 여기다 뭘 넣냐면요. 항상 과거형. could. 반대로. Okay? So, you can swim. I wish I could swim. You can say that. 수영을 할 수 있다면 얼마나 좋을까. So, I wish I could swim. Okay? So, this is the way that you can express your wish. Okay? How about, like 2 years ago, you could not swim. Okay? So, you couldn't swim. This is the fact of 2 years ago. 2년 전의 사실이에요. 수영을 할 수 없었던 것이요. 자, 그런데 그때 2년 전에 내가 수영을 할 수 있었으면 얼마나 좋을까? If you want to say that, what you have to do is you have to use had plus past participle. Okay? So, had been able to swim. Okay? So this is how you have to express it. So just think about it. In case of the present tense, 현재의 경우에는 과거로. Okay? In case of a past tense, 과거일 때는 과거 완료로 해서 표현을 합니다. wish를요. Okay? Do you understand? So, I wish I could swim means I cannot swim. But I wish I could swim. I wish I had been able to swim then. 그때 내가 수영을 할 수 있었으면 얼마나 좋을까. Right? 자, 가정법이랑 같이 잘 쓰여지는 거예요. If only. 뭐뭐라면 얼마나 좋을까. Right? If. Okay. 이런 것들이 굉장히 잘 쓰여지고요. 아니면은 어떤 하나의 패턴을 내가 너라면 if I were you, I would 나라면 뭐뭐 하겠다. 뭐 이런 표현들 많이 쓰여지죠. I could 나라면 뭐뭐 할 수 있을 텐데 나는 뭐뭐 할지도 모르는데, right? Okay. And would, should, could, might is used in this sentence. Following sentence. 자, 여기서 주절에는 이렇게 쓰여지고요. 종속절에서는 현재 사실의 반대면은 과거형이, 과거사를 반대는 과거 완료형이 패턴화해서 쓰여집니다. 이거를 여러분이 일단 it's important to understand this and remember this. But you know what's more important? What's more important is speak it. Speak it with this rule in your language. Okay? So 여러분의 언어 속에 이런 룰을 가지고서는 자연스럽게 habitually. So grammar는요. understand하는 데서 끝나면 안 되고요. 이거를 습관화시키는 거에서 끝나셔야 돼요. Okay? So we're gonna look through some situations. 그 여러 가지 situation을 쭉 한번 훑어볼 텐데요. 그 상황들을 통해서 이런 wish 바라는 것들, 가정법들 이런 것들이 어떻게 쓰였는지 한번 확인을 해보도록 하겠습니다. Okay? Have you ever seen a movie If Only? If Only라는 영화 봤어요? It's it's a tearjerker. It's so sad. 너무 슬퍼요. 그래서 there was a guy who's, who's into work all the time and he doesn't care that much about his girlfriend, even though he loves her. 사랑하기는 하지만 뭐 그렇게 뭐 그 아주 조그만 것들을 기억을 해준다던가 이런 거 없는 남자가 있어요. 근데 이 남자가 나중에 죽게 되죠, right? 그러면서 되게 이제 슬픈 스토리로 갔는데 하루라도 같이 있었으면 if only we could live together, just one day 하루라도. 네, 그러면서 이제 하루가 다시 돌려져서 최선을 다해서 살고 이제 그 떠난다는 뭐 그런 내용이에요. I don't know whether I told you the story right, but anyway, 여기서 중요한 것은 뭐 그 영화 스토리가 어떻게 가냐 이게 중요한 게 아니라 if only가 쓰인다는 거죠. 만약에 뭐뭐라면 오늘이 여러분의 마지막 날이라면, okay? So if this was your last day, what would you do? Okay, I would plant an apple tree. 그거 너무 식상해요. That's a cliché. 좀 약간 크리에이티브한 거 없을까요? Okay, anyway. So if 다음에 현재가 여러분의 마지막 날은 아니잖아요. 그러니까 if this day would be the last day. If this day was the last day of yours. Okay, what would you do? 이런 질문도 할 수가 있겠죠? 여기 쓰여진 것도 이제 가정법입니다. Okay? So let's take a look at how these expressions, these patterns are used in daily language. Okay? Okay. So, 자, 우리 11.2. What you have to do is open your book page 90. 90페이지를 펴시고요. We're gonna look at number 2. There are lots of pictures. 픽처리 굉장히 많은데요. 자, 일단 what you have to do is we are going to listen to this conversation. Okay? After listening to conversation, we have to find out what this conversation actually is about, and we need to match the picture with this conversation. This is what we're going to do. It's not going to be that difficult, okay? Why don't we listen to number 1 together?
No, I can't possibly go out tonight. I shouldn't have gone out last night.
Come on. We had a great time. It was a wild party.
I know it was.
So, when's your exam?
Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. If only I hadn't left all my studying till the last minute.
I wouldn't worry if I were you. You know you always do okay.
There's always a first time.
Good luck anyway.
Well, what is the situation here? Did you notice that it's a situation where a student says that she cannot go out because she has an exam tomorrow? Yeah. So if if you just grasp this, idea, the basic idea, I think it's not difficult for you to find the right picture from this book. What would it be? Well, picture, E, right? So, cause she's kind of a frowned, right? So she's kind of a worried, right? 약간 걱정되는 얼굴이잖아요. So she's on the phone and she's talking to her friend that, oh, I cannot go out because of this exam. 이렇게 얘기하는 그런 상황이다라는 거 아셨으면은 여러분 쉽게 푸실 수 있으셨을 겁니다. 오케이. 그러면은 어떤 내용들이 나오는지 line by line 한번 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. what kind of expressions was used? Okay, the first one is this. No, I can't possibly go out tonight. 오늘 아마도 나갈 수 없을 거야. Go out means where are they going out? Well, maybe going out, for clubbing or, going out for a party or something like that. So, I couldn't possibly go out tonight. 나 오늘 I can't possibly go out tonight. 오늘 나갈 수 없을 거야. This is what she's saying. And I should have gone out last night. 지난밤에 내가 나갔으면 안 되는 건데. She's kind of regretting because she spent a lot of time, partying way too much with her friend, right? So, well, actually, just think about it when you were a student, or if you're a student, think about it. During your final or midterm, you're not supposed to go out and party, right? But that's what she did. Tomorrow is an exam. And yesterday she went out and played and she just spent her time at the party. Nonsense, right? And she's kind of worried now. She's regretting. I should have gone out last night. 어저께 밤에 내가 파리 가면 안 되는 건데. Right? Okay. And, okay, come on. We had a great time. 꼭 이런 친구가 있어요. 그죠? 이런 친구들 얘기 들으면 안 되죠. Come on. We had a great time. We had fun yesterday. 어저께 재밌었잖아. Right? It was a wild party. What kind of party is a wild party? Well, not a formal function, obviously, right? Formal function은 아니겠죠. 이제 공식적인 어떤 그런 만찬이나 연회 이런 게 아니라 wild party. You can dance, you can drink, and you can be really crazy, and that is kind of a wild party. Okay? And it's a wild party. I know it was. 그래, 재밌었어. So, when's your exam? And, tomorrow. 9 o'clock. 내일 9시가 시험이래요. If only I hadn't left all my studying till the last minute. Okay, the last minute는요. Do you like cramming? 여러분 cramming 좋아하세요? Cramming? C-R-A-M-I-N-G? C-R-A-M-I-N-G? C-R-A-M. 그게 뭐냐면 벼락치기예요. 벼락치기. Cramming, right? So the night before the exam, you just study and try to memorize all the stuff, and then right after the exam, you forget everything. Delete, right? 뭐 이런 것들 저도 되게 잘했거든요. 학창 시절에 시험 전에 막 cramming for the exam, and then 시험 보고 나서 다 잊어버리고 그런 것들이요. Okay, I think. This is what she's gonna do, right? So, 근데 어쩔 수가 없어요, 지금요. So, she says, tomorrow, 내일 시험 있고, if only. 이거는 이제 바라는 거죠. 근데 지금 사실은 뭐야? What's the fact? Actually, she left all her studying till the last minute. Right? So 막판까지 모든 그 공부해야 될 것을 미뤄놨어요. 이게 사실이고요. 이거의 반대로 얘기하려면 어떻게 해야 되죠? She actually left 과거형이니까 과거형의 반대는 과거 완료형으로 쓰죠. 그러니까 if only I hadn't left out my studying till the last minute. There's the situation that she's facing. 근데 왜 제가 너무 슬퍼하죠? And so I wouldn't worry if I were you. 너 항상 잘하잖아. 왜 공부 잘하는 애들은 맨날 시험 성적 잘 나오잖아. 그러니까 공부 안 해도 잘 나올 것 같고 괜찮을 것 같고 막 이런 느낌이 드는 거죠. So I wouldn't worry if I were you. 내가 너가 아니잖아요. 그죠? 그러니까 if I were you, I wouldn't worry. 걱정 안 하겠다. Okay, you know you always do okay. 항상 잘하잖아. 이런 식으로 이제 옆에서 꼬시고 있어요. 이런 친구들 두면 안 되겠는데. 하여튼 이제 여기까지 뭐가 나왔었냐면, 가정법적인 그런 표현이 나왔습니다. Okay, so why don't we look at the board? and complete a sentence back there. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right. It's really fun, isn't that? Oh, I shouldn't have. Okay. When do you use shouldn't have? When you're regretting. 뭐 something that you did. 이미 저지른 일을 regret 할 때, 그거 했으면 안 되는 건데. I shouldn't have. What is she regretting? She's regretting going out for the party last night, right? So, I shouldn't have gone out last night. I shouldn't have gone out last night. And what is the real situation? 실질적인 상황은 뭐였냐면 she went out for a party last night. 그거의 반대로 I shouldn't have gone out party last night. I shouldn't have gone out last night. 이렇게 얘기할 수 있겠죠? Okay, and then if only 뭐뭐라면 얼마나 좋을까? If only I hadn't. And what did she do? Well, she postponed, she delayed all her studies till the last minute, right? So, what is the verb that she used? She used left, 남겨두다, right? So, she left all her studies. She left all her studying till the last minute. 이게 그 fact예요. 여기다 한번 써볼까요? fact. She left all her studying. 발음이 아주 원색적이죠? till the last minute. 이게 사실이죠. 그죠? 자, 그런데 이거와 반대로 얘기하려면, if only I hadn't가 들어가야 돼요. 과거형이니까 과거 완료로 바꿔서 반대로 가정을 해야 되죠. So if only I hadn't left all my studying till the last minute. 오케이. 자, 완성됐습니다. If only I hadn't left all my studying till the last minute. 오케이. 어떻게 얘기해야 될까요? 정말 후회가 되는 음성으로. 이거를 If only I hadn't left all my studying till the last minute. 이렇게 얘기하는 사람 없어요. If only I hadn't left all my studying till the last minute. 이렇게 얘기를 해야 되겠죠. Okay? So your emotion, how you act is really important in order to deliver how you feel. Okay? So this is what I'm really emphasizing. Okay? And the last one is I wouldn't worry. 나라면 걱정 안 하겠다. I am not you. 나는 너가 아니야. 근데 이 사실과 반대라면 자, 현재형이니까 I were you. 현재 사실과 반대로 were not이 아니라 were. So if I were you, I wouldn't worry if I were you. I wouldn't worry if I were you. Okay? 자, 이런 식으로 패턴화 해가지고 여러분이 자꾸 연습을 하셔야 돼요. So, practice makes perfect. Okay? So, if you practice, even though you have to think really, a lot before you make a sentence using this pattern, well, after all, if you get accustomed to it, you will just speak it right away. Okay? Let's go to number 2.
If only we could just fly off to that island.
That would be fantastic. I'd sit on a beach and read all day.
I'd just sleep forever. I can't remember the last time I got a full night's sleep.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I'd never had kids. I mean, not really, but...
I know what you mean. No, you can't have an ice cream cone. I said no.
Well, it's like they're talking about ice cream cone. No. So, 여기 그 주제의 핵심은 뭐니까 it's not ice cream cone. Ice cream cone is something added at the end. Actually, these mothers with kids that are talking about, their situation in which they cannot go on a vacation, right? So, 베케이션도 가지 못하는 그들의 신세에 대해서 한탄을 하는 두 어머니가 되겠습니다. Okay, so why don't we go over? Well, we need to find out these two mothers from this picture. Okay, so from these pictures, yeah, I can see these two mothers. B죠. So B하고 매치를 시키시면 되겠습니다. 그래서 두 번째 이 dialogue는 B가 되겠죠. Okay, so one baby is crying. 아이가 하나 울고요. 이때가 손이 가장 많이 갈 때야. They must be really, really busy. They don't have their own time. They don't find any time to relax and, take a rest, go on a vacation whatsoever. I know my friends have these little kids and they are very hectic all the time. Okay. Anyway, so why don't we go over what they talked about line by line? Some of the important expressions we're using here. If only we could fly off to that island, right? So 만약에 뭐 그 어떤 섬 아름다운 괌이라든가 아니면은 뭐 Fiji Island 이런 데를 사진을 딱 보면요, 저기로 날아갔으면 좋겠다, right? If only we could fly off to that island. 이런 생각을 할 수가 있겠죠. Okay, so this is what they're talking about. Okay, and that would be fantastic. 아, 그럼 진짜 멋질 텐데. I'd sit on a beach and read all day long. 하루 종일. I'd sit on a beach. 해변에 앉아가지고 and read all day long. 그렇게 할 텐데. 진짜 끝내줄 텐데. 뭐 이런 그 바람을 하고 있습니다. 물론 현재 할 수 있는 것의 반대입니다. This is quite opposite to their situation now. Okay, and I just sleep forever. Okay, so 나라면 나는 그냥 forever is kind of exaggeration, but from this expression we get to know that this mom cannot sleep well. Right? 잠을 제대로 못 자는 사람이라는 건 이제 알 수가 있겠죠. So I'd just sleep forever. 나라면 영원히 잠을 자겠다. Forever means for a long time. Okay? I can remember the last time I got a full night's sleep. 여기 나오죠? 내가 언제 그 잠을 제대로 잘 수 있었는지 정말 생각이 안 날 정도야. 그 정도면은 제대로 잠잔 적이 아주 까마득하다라는 그런 표현이겠죠. 네. 자, 그래서 So they're talking about the life that they're living now and very hectic life because of their kids. And 또 한마디 아주 그냥 아이들이 들으면 안 될 얘기를 하죠. 뭐라고 얘기했냐면요. Well, sometimes 가끔 가다 보면 I wish I'd never had kids. 아이들을 낳지 않았으면 어땠을까라는 그런 바람도 해봐. 라는 그런 얘기죠. 네, 그러면서 이제 아이들한테 미안하니까 뭐라고 했냐면요. Sometimes I wish I'd never had kids. I mean, not really, but I mean, not really. 아, 진짜가 그렇다는 게 아니라, 아유, 그럴 정도로 힘들다 이거지. 뭐 이런 얘기를 하려고 하는 거죠. Okay? Alright. So, why don't we focus on the patterns of today? 가정법 패턴에 포커스 맞춰서 한번 보도록 하겠습니다. If only we could. 할 수 있어요, 없어요? They cannot. But if only we could. 현재 사실의 반대니까 could가 쓰인 거죠. So we could fly me to the moon. Fly off to that island. 끼룩끼룩끼룩 갈매기가 울고. It would be fantastic. Right? So if only we could fly off to that island. 얼마나 좋을까? Right? This is not the situation that they're facing. 아니니까 바라는 거죠. That would be fantastic. That would be nice or that would be good 정도가 아니라 진짜 that would be fantastic. 환상적이다. And 자, 만약에 여기 이제 생략된 것은요. 우리가 갈 수 있다면 현재 사실의 반대라면 뭐뭐일 텐데 would I just sleep forever. Okay, and the other mom said, I'd just, sit on a beach and read all day. 이런 얘기를 한 엄마도 있었고요. 한 엄마는, I'd just sleep forever. 나는 그냥 잠이나 보충하고 싶다. 이런 얘기를 하는 거죠. Sometimes I wish, 이 끔찍한 얘기. I'd never had kids. 아이들이 들으면 안 될 얘기를 하고 있어요. Okay, what does had mean here? 여기서 didn't had가 줄여진 것이다라는 거 아셔야 되겠죠. 왜냐면은 she had kids. had kids는 여기서는 낳다. 아이를 낳잖아요. 그죠? 근데 과거의 사실인데 아이들 안 낳았으면 하는 그런 생각도 해. 지금 너무 힘들으니까요. 그죠? 삶이. So, sometimes I wish, 지금의 바람인데요. 이렇게 과거에 됐었으면 과거 사실 반대니까 had 플러스 pp가 쓰여지죠. So, I'd never had kids. Sometimes I wish I'd never had kids. Sometimes I wish I'd never had kids. But 이런 표현들은요, 아이들 안 뜨는 데서 조용하게. Sometimes I wish I'd never had kids. 이렇게 조그맣게 얘기를 하셔야 됩니다. Okay? We go to number 3.
Oh, man. What would you give to drive one of those?
Which one would you choose if you had the money?
That's a big if. But, if I won the lottery, I'd buy the Aston Martin.
I wouldn't. I'd go for the Ferrari.
In your dreams.
In your dreams. Ferrari. Ferrari. 아주 비싼 차죠. It's a very, very fancy car. And it's not, 그렇게 불가능한 것만은 아닌 것 같아요. Well, teenagers love sports cars, especially boys, right? 남자 학생들은 그 스포츠 카를 굉장히 좋아하잖아요. They are talking about sports cars. They are wishing they could buy a sports car. 스포츠 카를 샀으면 얼마나 좋을까라고 지금 얘기를 하고 있는 그런 장면인데요. Okay, why don't we go to number 3 and take a look at some of the expressions that will be useful. Okay, number 3. Oh man, what would you give to drive one of those? Okay, so oh man, when they're really surprised, yeah, wow. Instead of saying wow, they say oh man, right? So what would you give to drive one of those? One of those is a fancy sports cars. 한 대 몰려면 어떻게 해야 될까, right? And the answer is which one would you choose if you had the money? Okay, 그럴 만한 돈이 있다면 어떤 거를 선택하겠니? Which one would you choose if you had the money? That's a big F. What does that big F mean? 그거는 굉장히 어려운 질문인데, that's a difficult question. Big F. Okay, so, but big if라고 하는 것은 굉장히 커다란 소망이다. 그럴 가능성이 이렇게 없을 것 같기는 하지만 그래도 한번 가정을 해본다면 If I won the lottery, 이제 lottery를 따게 된다면, 복권을 따게 된다면 I'd buy the Aston Martin. Aston Martin을 사겠다. It's a name of the car, right? And then, and then what was the response? I wouldn't. I'd go for the Ferrari. Okay, I'd buy, go for 마찬가지가 되겠죠. Okay, so in their conversation, these are the patterns of today. 자, 오늘 우리가 배워야 될 pattern, 가정법이 이렇게 쓰였습니다. What would you give to drive one of those? Okay, so what would you give? 얼마의 돈을 내겠는가도 되겠지만 여러 가지 얼만큼의 대가를 치르겠니? What would you give? 뭐 하기 위해서는요? To drive one of those. 그러니까 저런 차 타려면 한 얼마 정도 줘야 될까? Right? So, what would you give to drive one of those? Well, which one would you choose if, okay, if 다음에 뭐가 나와야 될까요? 그 차를 살 만한 돈이 있다면 if 있어요, 없어요? They're teenagers. They have no money to buy the sports cars. So, which one would you choose if you have the money? No. It's quite quite contrary to the situation of the present. So, well, if you had the money라고 해야 되겠죠? 그럴 만한 돈이 있다면. So, which one would you choose if you had the money? If I won the lottery, I'd buy an Aston Martin. Aston Martin을 사겠다라고 얘기했어요. 자, 여기서는 Aston Martin 앞에 on이 붙게 되면요, 이 차종 한 개, 오케이가 되겠죠? 자, I wouldn't. 나는 그렇게 안 할 거야. 나라면 내가 그런 돈이 있다면이 여기서 가정으로 깔린 거죠. If I had the money, I'd go for it이라는 걸 by 대신에 썼죠. I'd go for the Ferrari. 나는 페라리를 사겠다. 그래서 어떤 특정한 페라리, 저기는 저 페라리 사겠다. 뭐 이런 식의 뜻이겠죠. 사진에 나와 있는 그 파란색 페라리, 난 이 페라리를 사겠어. 그만한 돈이 있다면. It's really fancy, right? Okay, good. So those were the wishes of teenagers. Why don't we go to number 4?
Great shot, Charlie. Way to go!
Don't you wish you still played soccer?
Me? No. I was never any good. But you could have been a great player if you'd wanted.
Nah. I wasn't as good as Charlie. Ah! Oh! Almost! Yes!
Yeah, he'll go far.
Yeah, yeah, way to go! Yay! Okay, what is the situation here? This is a situation. It's a conversation between father and grandfather, and what are they talking about? They're talking about soccer, right? Soccer. Well, why don't we go over? Oh, so can you match the picture? The match. D는 number 4. 그 지금 네 번째 들은 거는 D랑 연결을 시켜야 되고요. 아까 teenager talk은 A랑 연결을 시키셨죠? 이미? Oh yeah, I believe you already did that. Okay. 지금 네 번째 들은 것은 D가 바로 맞는 표현입니다. Soccer에 관한 건데요. Why don't we go over the conversation? 잠깐 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. Great shot! 하면 잘 찼어요. Great shot. Right? And Charlie, way to go, way to go. Way to go means 그래, 그렇게 하는 거야. Right? And then, don't you wish you still played soccer? Okay, so by this we know that he used to play soccer. 예전에 soccer를 했었다는 걸 알 수 있죠. 그래서 여전히 soccer를 했었다면 얼마나 좋을까? So not anymore, right? So he used to, but not anymore. So don't you wish you still played soccer? 라고 얘기하지 않니? 라고 했죠. 보면서요. 자, 그랬더니 Me? No, I was never any good. 저는 잘하지 못했었어요. But you could have been a great player if you'd wanted. 만약에 원했다면은 굉장히 좋은 선수가 될 수 있었을 텐데. 라는 그런 얘기를 하고요. 오케이. 네, 아니에요. I wasn't as good as Charlie. 찰리만큼 잘하지 못했어요. 라는 그런 얘기를 하고 있죠. Almost, yes, he'll go far. 이런 식으로 이제 얘기가 쭉 진행됐는데. 자, 여기서 가정법 패턴 꼭 찝어보겠습니다. 오케이, 가정법 패턴. Don't you wish you still played soccer? Don't ya? 네, 여러분 푸시캐터의 노래 아세요? Don't ya? So don't ya wish? Don't ya wish you still played soccer? 음이 안 맞네요. I'm really sorry. Okay, so don't you wish you still played soccer? 여전히 축구를 했었으면 얼마나 좋을까 이런 생각 해보지 않았었어? So he quit soccer, right? He does not play soccer anymore. That is a present situation. And then 그것과 반대로 가정을 하는 거니까 you played. You still played soccer. 이렇게 얘기가 나오는 것이겠죠. So, don't you wish you still played soccer? 이렇게 얘기를 하고요. 오케이. 네가 원했었더라면 과거에 원했어요, 안 원했어요? 어느 날 와가지고 I don't want to play soccer anymore. 이렇게 얘기했겠죠. 그러니까 well, 네가 과거에 원했다면은 과거 사실을 반대니까 if you had wanted, if you'd wanted, 너는 굉장한 선수가 될 수 있었을 텐데 you could have been a great player. You could have been a great player. You could have been a great player if you 과거에 had wanted. Okay? So if you를 줄여서 if you had를 줄여서 if you had wanted. 원했었더라면. 오케이? 자, 이렇게 끝낼 수가 있는 것이죠. So if you'd 원했다면 그렇게 될 수 있었을 텐데. 오케이? And then 마지막은 사실 안 봐도요. 우리가 매치가 가능합니다. 안 봐도 뻔하게 C예요, C. 뻔, right? But why don't we listen to that part? Okay?
Look, I know I shouldn't have been speeding, but it was only for 2 minutes.
I've already written the ticket.
Come on, couldn't you look the other way? It was literally 1 minute.
1 minute, 2 minutes, you can't break the speed limit. It's as simple as that.
But I just wanted to get to the drugstore before it closed. I've got to pick up a prescription for my sick grandmother. Supposing you let it go, just this once?
I don't care what you were doing. I'm just doing my job. You've got 2 weeks to pay.
Oh no, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Yes, I have. 저도요, speeding ticket. 카메라가 완전히 항상 찍어가지고 보내주더라고요. 네. Anyway, 이럴 때 정말 가슴이 찢어지죠. 하지만 교통법규를 지키는 거 중요할 것 같습니다. 자, briefly, 상황을 한번 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. I've already written the ticket. 자, 이미 티켓을 다 끊었기 때문에 어쩔 수가 없다. 봐줄 수 없다. 이것들이 이제 police officer이 하는 가장 많은 excuse죠. 봐줄 수 없는 이유. Okay? And come on, couldn't you look the other way? 다르게 생각해 주시면 안 돼요. It was literally 1 minute. 1분이잖아요. 차이가 1분 차이잖아요. Right? It was literally 1 minute. Well, when it comes to speeding ticket, the matter is how fast this car ran, right? Not the time. But 만약에 어떤 구간 단속 같은 걸 한다라고 하면은 시간이 너무 짧은데 들어왔다 그러면은 스피딩 하고 있었다라는 거 알고 있는 거죠. 1분 차이밖에 안 되잖아요. Just 1 minute. 1분밖에 안 돼요, right? 1 minute, 2 minutes 상관없어요. You can break the speed limit. It's as simple as that, right? 단순히 그 스피딩 리밋 넘으면 안 됩니다. But I just wanted to get to the drugstore. So he explains the situation where his grandmother is kind of sick and he had to find, she or he had to find a drugstore and stuff like that. 뭐 이런 핑계를 대고 있는데요. 자, 여기에서 쓰여졌었던 패턴 빨리 정리를 하도록 하겠습니다. 오케이. 나는 뭐뭐 하면 안 됐는데. 그죠? 이미 he was speeding. He was speeding. 이것과 반대로 I shouldn't have 뭐 하면 안 됐었는데 I shouldn't have been speeding. 내가 속도를 내면 안 됐었는데 Come on, couldn't you look the other way? 좀 다르게 좀 봐주시면 안 돼요. Give me a break. So, couldn't you look the other way? The other way라는 것은 이 방식으로 말고 다른 방식이라는 것을 조금 다르게 좀 좋게 해석해가지고 좀 봐주시면 안 돼요. 그런 표현이죠. So, couldn't you look the other way? Okay, and the last one is supposing let it go just this once. Supposing you let it go, 봐주다. Just this once. 이번만. Just 이번 한 번만. 봐주면 좋을 텐데. 뭐 이런 식의 뜻이 되겠죠. Supposing you let it go just this once. Okay? So all these 3 sentences use exactly the same pattern. 가정법, 패턴들을 사용하고 있다라는 거 기억하시고요. 이 가정법이요, 사실 영어 회화에서 가장 고지라고 생각하시면 돼요. 이걸 자유자재로 if you speak freely using these patterns, I think your English is good. You know, you have a good command of English. You know, I can guarantee that. 네, 그날이 올 때까지 고지가 여러분 발 아래 있을 때까지 끝까지 열심히 하시는 거 잊지 마세요. 네, 얼마 안 남았죠? Right? Okay. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.